What is going on today? I'm going to show you guys how to get to round 100 and beyond on the new zombies map, Ashes of the Damned. We're going to get right into the early round strategy, waste none of your time, so let's get right into it. Alright, and once you're loaded into the game, you're going to want to go ahead and get set up however you want to go about that. And pop some gobble gums and swipe the credit card, or you can do it legitimately and grind out in the early rounds. Get that tier 3 pack-a-punch. I taken the Razor SMG just because I was leveling it up trying to get it gold. And then you're going to want to spin the box for the ray gun. Have all the perks, obviously. Speaking of perks, some augments that are a must-have is on Quick Revive. Equivalent Exchange has been buffed in Black Ops 7, which means when you go down and get a kill, you keep all of your perks. So that's way better than Dying Wish because you lose Quick Revive. I personally think Dying Wish is awful. Besides that, if you have unlocked the Armormatic on Vulture, that's also very helpful. You don't have to play it up anymore. It just goes straight into your vest. And then your field upgrades on Aether Shroud, I'd keep extra charged by 1 because Aether Shroud is very helpful if you're in a sticky situation with a bear later in the game. Alright, so back to the early round strategy. What you're going to want to do is just take all these zombies, train them up nice and good train. There's a lot of room around Vandorn Farm to do this, and then you'll jump on this hay bale and spam the ray gun. And your goal for these early rounds up until about round 50, 60, when it starts getting real difficult, is you're going to want to get as much salvage and as much points as you can, because you're going to need a lot of points to do the strategy. And salvage is nice to have, so you can buy more armor plates and buy the Mangler Cannon and Monkey Bombs if you want those. So yeah, you'll just keep training them up, keep spamming your ray gun on the hay bale like that, and should be pretty easy around this time. You'll run into a few bears. I like to switch to my bullet gun just because I was trying to level it up and get the camos on it, but it's up to you kind of what you do here. You can go, if you find another training spot you like, you can go there until late 50s, early 60s, late 60s. It really depends on your skill level and what time you determine you need to make that switch. Alright, once you've made it to the early 70s, late 60s, whenever you determine you need to start doing something else, your ray gun isn't cutting it anymore and you're kind of getting killed by the bears, is what you're going to do at the start of each round, you're going to wait for zombies to spawn in, buy the trap and hop up right here onto this truck, and all the zombies will go for the trap and you'll just kind of be chilling. There's no bear this round, as you can see, so this will be a pretty easy round for me. Once this trap does end up running out though, I will listen for it because you can hear the drum speed up right there, and run around this way, and you're going to run to the launch pad and launch over to Ashwood because there's another one of these traps there. So once you've landed at Ashwood, you're going to run right this way into the Ashwood building. I don't really know what building this is, and then buy the trap on your way in because the other one's around the counter, really hard to get to. And you'll just sit here, do the same thing. There is a crafting table right behind you in this, so you can go buy more armor plates, whatever you need, a new self-revive in case you've gone down. And then you'll just do this. And here in the 70s, this will take you to the end of the round. Later on, it will eventually give you about 30 more zombies that you'll need to kill yourself. I usually will go back to the original strategy there, but be careful, the zombies will hit a little bit harder. They can two-swipe you with no armor. So be extra careful about this. If you want to be super safe, go buy a Score Streak and like Disciple Injection. The Mangler Cannon's great if you pair it with a Monkey Bomb. You can wipe out an entire horde like that. But instead of taking the launch pad, I do like to park the truck over at Ashwood, and you can just take the teleport pad, and boom, already back here. Saves you a little bit of time, but really it's up to your personal preference. So here I am on round 95. I am going to get a bear this round, so I'll kind of show you what I do. I might end up getting 2 bears this round, so it gets kind of sketchy when that happens. So I'm going to run over here, buy the trap, hop on top of the truck like I said, and here's the bear. I'm going to spam it with my ray gun. No zombies will attack me, just focus fire on the bear. It'll take about 2 clips, maybe about 1.5 clips to fully kill the bear. So you're just going to keep spamming him, keep spamming him. Make sure to shoot the bees if you can, because those do the real damage here. So I end up getting in a little bit of a sticky situation, but you'll see how I get out of it here. I end up teleporting to Ashwood to get out of that. So feel free, if you need to clutch, break the strategy, do whatever you need to do. So I'm going to teleport right back, and the bear is going to respawn, and I'm going to need to train him up here just a little bit. I'll show you how I get that done. I think insta-kill and temporal gift are very helpful for killing the bears if you're in a sticky situation like this. I ended up using them on some of the rounds where I get 2 bears at once, because it's just a lot to deal with all the zombies and ravagers running at you, where you're just so vulnerable. If you get swiped by the bear, you can insta-die to a zombie after that. So yeah, just kind of train them up around here. A lot of times you will be able to kill the bear before he even knocks you away from the trap, and you gotta kind of move. But this is what I would recommend doing if things get a little sticky. You can still just train, fire a few times, focus the bear mostly, because then once you do that, you can always teleport back to one of the traps and then just continue the strategy. So that is going to basically be the entire strategy. This will take you to round 100. It is not very point efficient, so much further than round 100 you might need to find something else, because this kind of drains your points and drains your salvage a little bit. See, the bear's dead right there, and I'm back to the strategy. I'm just going to run this. It will take a little bit of time. I think it took me about 3-4 hours to get to round 100 completely. A little bit longer than Black Ops 6, not Cold War. But you'll get there in no time, and it's decently easy. You can save and quit, take a break if you need to. And then Aftertaste is a great gum if you run out of your quick revive augment usages. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll reply to every single one.